Alright, WB may recast Flash, Ezra Miller, writing his own script in an attempt to keep role. So, this would be absolutely great. I seriously dislike Ezra Miller. He's no Barry Allen, in my opinion. Let's get in this article real fast. Alright, Ezra Miller may be recast as the star of The Flash unless the darker script he's writing can change Warner Brothers and DC Films' minds. Miller joined the DC fold a few years back as part of Zack Snyder's vision for a larger DC universe when he first cameoed in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice as his role in the world grew. Though plans for a solo movie had trouble settling into place. Yeah, I mean, they've had so many delays, man. The project went through several different directors before Game Night's John Francis Daly, or whatever, and Jonathan Goldstein were hired last year. Despite the promise of their addition, The Flash has not found it any easier to get off the ground. The multiple delays have frustrated those eager to see Miller's take on Barry Allen, given star treatment instead of a supporting role like he had in Justice League. Now we may know why the film has taken so long to get off the ground, as Miller may be recast in the role. Okay, so right here, before we go down there and get into the rest of the article, it said Ezra Miller may be recast as the star of The Flash unless the darker script he's writing can change Warner Brothers, DC Films' minds. Well, I'd say it already looks bad for him because we all know they're trying to not go in the dark direction that they were previously in. Aqua-Man showed it's more lucrative and profitable for them to go in a somewhat lighter direction. It appears that Shazam will follow those same kind of setting tones or whatever, lighter hearted, more lighthearted. But anyways, let's get into this. The news comes from THR, who report that Miller's days as Barry Allen may be numbered. The Star reportedly does not see eye to eye with the take that Daly, I guess his name is, and Goldstein have, which has resulted in him teaming up with comic book writer Grant Morrison to write a new script for the Scarlet Speedster solo film. Warner Brothers agreed to let Miller write his own draft of the script that could be done by next week, but if they don't take to Miller's script, they will likely recast the role. Unless he then agrees to stay for the Daly and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Daly and Goldstein approach. This last-ditch effort by Miller to see his darker vision for The Flash make it to the big screen will likely force WB to choose if they'd rather have Miller or Daly and Goldstein attached. They are now staring at the possibility of having to recast a third member of their original Justice League lineup after Ben Affleck left as Batman and Henry Cavill's days as Superman are reportedly over too. Are they? With Miller's contract hold on The Flash expiring in May, it has put a countdown clock on resolving this matter. They just recast Will Smith's Deadshot as Idris Miller can take over the role. So Miller will need to deliver a can't-miss script if he is going to stay on. Since Daly and Goldstein's reported lighthearted approach fits better with their plan for the future, it would appear that a recasting is the most likely outcome here. DC Films president Walter whatever the fuck has not been afraid to stick to his guns and move the DC universe in a particular direction, even if it means losing established stars, since he's willing to let Affleck, Cavill, and Smith walk, it is difficult to see Miller being one of the one who gets his way when everything is said and done. Plus, if they did choose a script, then Daly and Goldstein would likely depart the projects themselves. While one does have to admire Miller's own passion for the character and the project, this appears to simply be a case of him wanting to take the character one way and the studio looking the other way, with recent reports pointing to a late 2019 start to production on The Flash. It will be much easier for the studio to recast Barry Allen than find new directors who can bring... You know what? We get it. We get it, okay? He wants his own version. He wants to go that dark version, where basically the DCEU started off wrong with, Man of Steel, then Batman vs. Superman, and Justice League, which is kind of a mesh of them drastically changing directions midway through. So it's Snyder's vision combined with Josh Whedon's vision meshed together in this horrible thing. And then, you have Wonder Woman, and it's not a slapstick movie or anything like that. It's a pretty serious movie. And then you have the success of Aqua-Man, which is pretty lighthearted and fun and adventurous. And Wonder Woman was fun and adventurous, but a bit more serious than Aquaman. So, who's to say if this darker script could work or not, but I don't think they want to use it. And I could have swore there was an interview with Ezra Miller a while back where he was talking about how great the movie's going to be and how it's going, and fans are going to absolutely love it, or something to that degree, where he was all talking it up and hyping it up. Now I can see why. It's his take. Of course he's excited about his own take, but come on, man. Ezra Miller sucks as Barry Allen, and I don't like the actor either. He's just no Barry Allen. That Grant Gustin Grant Gustin does a way better job of Barry Allen. Even the, what's his name from the 90s TV series, did a way better job as Barry Allen. Ezra Miller, just, he doesn't come off as a Barry Allen to me. He doesn't come off as a Wally West to me. He's just get rid of him. Start from scratch. This thing's been dragging out for so long. You might as well just get over it by now and move on. I mean, you've reshaped your whole universe anyway. Except for Wonder Woman and Jason Momoa. I would absolutely like to see them cast somebody else. I'm done with all this dark, depressing, atmospheric crap that they try to pull. It's not what I want. I liked Wonder Woman. I liked Aquaman. Those were great films. I don't want to see this guy anymore. I never liked him in the first place. His take on Flash, on Barry Allen, it just feels off to me. Nothing about it. And that could have been the writing, to be fair. It could have been the writing, and it could have been the director saying, hey, behave this way, and hey, you're written this way. Now, I mean, I guess he could blow me away with his version of the script and his direction, or whatever. I don't know who would be directing it, but I find it highly unlikely, and I'm just ready for a fresh take, fresh start. Give me somebody different. If anything, you can, I don't know, throw Grant Gustin in the movie if he's got all time ever. So what do you think of this? Do you like it? Do you like Ezra Miller? Do you want him to stay on board? Do you want his darker script, or do you want a more lighthearted script? Uh, do you want somebody different in the role? What do you think about all this? Like, subscribe, comment, stay awesome, rock on.